It's Briscoe, bitch.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'm out here in beautiful Ventura, California for an epic lowrider show. We've got music, vendors, amazing builds, and of course, plenty of sick lowriders showing off their style. There's chrome everywhere, incredible paint jobs, and some seriously cool cars rolling in. So let's walk around, check out the rides, talk to some people, and soak up the whole vibe. Let's get into it.
All right, so we got our very first car right over here. This is looks like a Roadrunner. Not exactly a low rider, but it's more of a muscle car. Look at that freaking motor though. So this is a straight up muscle car. Beautiful car. 69.
Noise.
Another Plymouth with the speakers. These speakers, you normally see them at drive-in theaters. You know, you put it on your car so you can hear the movie. Beautiful Plymouth. Love that color red. Looks like it might be the original paint color. Original paint color, not the original paint. Obviously, they probably repainted this thing, but the original paint color probably. This is probably the same color that came out of the factory. And then we got the classic burgers, drive-in burgers. I like this little display here. We got little picnic boxes over here. Check this one out. Avengers. All decked out in Avengers. It's pretty cool. Got the TV back here. Got the PS5 controller. You got the airbag suspension over here. Ooh, I like the LEDs coming out of the door panels. RGB lights right here. Check those out. Got some Funkos over here. Some more X-Men wraps. Looks like a early 60s Impala maybe. It's got the crazy wings right over here. Look at these wings. And it actually makes the way the lights are shaped, it makes it look like it's got an evil grin on its look on its face over here. It looks kind of evil, doesn't it? Alright, this is your classic blacked out ride right here. This is a 396 turbojet Impala SS. So this is another Impala. Oh my god, look at the skulls on the headlights. That's crazy. Can you tell me a little bit more about your inspiration for the design?
I was looking for a 68 Impala.
Okay.
Spent like 2 years, couldn't find one. I'm born in 68, so I wanted
Oh, nice.
Okay. And so it was actually down the street from my house, from my job, and it was the original owner.
Okay.
It was an 85-year-old man. He wanted to sell it to buy a motorhome. I ended up buying it. And I was going to keep it all original. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm not a museum. I'm not an original guy. So I said, it was like a beige color.
Uh-huh.
So I ended up getting painted black.
Nice.
I airbagged it. I put rims on it. The radio system. I'm still going to put murals on it.
Okay.
But the car is pretty much done.
Okay.
So it's a family cruiser. Take it out almost every weekend. Go to Malibu or whatever.
Oh yeah, nice.
But
Nice.
but yeah, no, I've been lowriding since 1984.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Where'd you get the idea of the skulls on the headlights?
So the headlights, I was looking for headlight covers.
Okay.
Right, and I just all typed in headlight covers, and all these things popped up, and the skulls popped up. And at the time, I was into The Walking Dead.
Okay.
So I said, man, that'd be kind of cool. I ordered them. They came like a year later because they were kind of during COVID.
Yeah.
And so it took them about a year to get them. And I put them on, and then the lights, they lit up all different colors. I usually put them red.
Okay.
The more,
Yeah.
more effective.
Well, so they were specifically designed to be headlights, or you just kind of okay? That's cool. Because sometimes, you find something, you're like, maybe this might fit as a headlight, and you just kind of tweak it, that's
Right. So I have these. I have these on my headlights here, and then I have one for my Harley.
Okay,
I have a bigger one for the Harley, and that one has it also.
that's nice.
So yeah, it's just a plastic cover, but it goes on, and the lights, like I said, the lights. You can change it to all the colors, but like I said, red gives it the more dramatic.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And what kind of mural are you planning to put on it?
So I want to do a continue kind of the zombie theme kind of thing. So maybe do like a Saint Michael taking down the devil.
Okay.
In the front, and in the back, probably like a battle scene.
Okay.
The angels and the devil and all that.
That's cool. That's cool. Are you gonna integrate any kind of Walking Dead references, kind of in hitting
you know,
in?
I might not
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
I kind of changed position
Okay.
now. So we'll see where we go.
Yeah. Well, that's a beautiful car. Thank you so much for the information.
Thank you.
All right. All right. That's Cadillac. What is it? A VST? A VSS or something like that. But these things, I think some of them, they make them into V12, so they're 12-cylinder engines. Super, super powerful car right here. I actually remember I got one as a loaner when I had my Ford Focus RS, and they were putting in my sound system in the trunk. I was getting a custom subwoofer box, and then the owner of the shop actually lent me his Cadillac as a loaner for the day. So I was driving this thing around for a day. It's crazy. We got a nice truck right here. This is probably like a what? 1950s maybe? Now you guys might think that this is old and rusted, but this is actually the paint job. The paint job makes it look like it's old and rusted, but you can see the clear coat over it that is not actually old and rusted. That's actually how they designed it to make it look. Is that crazy how they actually made it look like it's all rusty? We got another one over here with a modified engine. That one obviously did not come from the factory. It looks like it's probably a swap, a Chevy swap. Nice and shiny. Look at that chrome. Can you believe they're trying to pass a law to ban chroming? Like they don't want to let people use chroming anymore. This just looks really clean without the chrome bumper. Like just give it that clean paint color body look. Alright, this is an F100 OG, it says, based on the plate. Obviously, again, modified engine, not original engine. Oh, I love the stitching on the seats right here. I love this diamond stitching on the seats. That's beautiful. Look at that. Looks like that's also custom air conditioning vents right there. Look at that fuel pump. Is that the fuel tank? Is not underneath the car? We got Felix the cat. Oh, they call it, okay, that's the nickname, Felix. Felix the truck. Check out that engine. All blacked out engine. All blacked out again with the diamond stitching. I love it. Oh my God, look at that axle. Okay, this truck is so low, you guys. This truck is so low that they had to cut a hole in the bed to make room for the axles in the differential. And then they got it sitting on airbags too. This is an old Caprice. I love Caprices. 327. Alright, so these guys have a custom glass and metal engraving business, and this is their show car. It's a 327 Caprice. What year would this be? For you to touch my ride, it's like for me to touch your wife. That's crazy. So they do custom engraving on metal. It looks like the handles that other guy had on that black Impala. But look at this piston. They engraved a little face on the piston, and it looks like that bullet is a cigarette. So they engraved glass. I have yet to see the engraved glass yet. Oh, there we go. Glass engraving right there. Those two are samples of engraved glass. This is a 1952, and this one looks like it's, what year is this one? 1936. This is what I would buy if I were to like have the money to just buy a random classic car. This is something I would want to drive. Like the old mobster cars with the suicide doors. This has suicide doors, you guys. This is almost like the limousine of back in the day. You have so much legroom and it's like a couch back there. Feed my bombs. They call these bombs. And it's funny because sometimes you'll see these bombs, these old cars from the 30s, that they didn't have air conditioning. They didn't figure out how to put air conditioning on them yet. So sometimes you'll see these big old things hanging on the side of the window. And that's actually the AC that they would have to add on aftermarket to have air conditioning on these cars. But I love the shape of these light bulbs right here in this big old grill. So nice. Now, I have a curious question. How did they come up with the name bomb for these cars?
You know, I'm really not sure, but the story that I got is that a lot of these cars that range from the 30s into the 40s have the shape.
Oh, the shape of a bomb. Oh, okay.
That's the story that I got.
That's cool. Yeah. I always knew they called them bombs. I just never realized why. All right, let's look at this other Impala right over here. Here we go. This is the one I was talking about. I think this is a 64 right here with the 409 engine. Is this you right here, boss?
Yes,
That's you? Nice.
Yeah.
64?
63.
63.
Yeah.
All right. I'm still trying to remember which bodies are which years because they all very close within each other.
They do. 62, 63, and 64. Most common years that people always get misconfused.
Yeah.
But 63 is has a little bit more of a body style to it. Like these triangle ends right here. 64s are a little bit more square. 62s actually, I think, look more closer to 63s.
Okay, so 62, 63 closer, and then you can tweak it a little bit to 64.
Yeah.
And that's what pretty much everybody knows is 64.
Yeah, it's a 64. That's the most common car you see, like in rap videos.
Yeah.
You know, Snoop Dogg driving in one, you know, Dr. Dre and all that.
Yeah, because I kept forgetting like the newer. There were some other ones that are the 70s. They have the big wings in the back.
Oh yeah.
I kept thinking that those were older than you, but they're actually newer.
Yes, I think like 68 or 69. Yeah, you're right. Those are newer than these ones.
Yeah.
And they look older. You're
They
right.
look older because they look like the
Batmobile
older.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Those are cool. I like those. That's like my second favorite year.
Yeah.
That car.
But this is nice right here. How long have you had this one?
I bought this back in 22.
22?
Yeah. I bought it from a dealership, and the dealership had bought this car from an auction. It was an auction car.
Okay.
And then they bought it, and then it was up for sale for 2 days before I told them, you know what, I want that car. And then I went over there and I bought the car.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then you did any modifications yourself, or you still had it as is?
No, actually, I kept it as is, stock original, and actually, I don't plan on changing anything on it. Yeah, it's actually, everybody admires it a lot.
Very hard to find still original cars. They somehow modify it. All right, perfect. Yeah. All right, let's move on to this bad boy right over here. Hot rod. Check that out.
And just like that, the Lowrider show comes to an end. Honestly, I couldn't even decide which car was my favorite because every single one was so nice and had its own unique style. There were so many builds, details, and colors that it was impossible to pick one. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me for the trip, and if you did, make sure you guys subscribe. Stay tuned for more adventures like this, because trust me, there's a lot more coming your way. I'll catch you on the next episode.
All right, first up, best lowrider bike. Best lowrider bike is going to go to Alesna Gonzalez.
That one?
All right, next we're going to do the 50s categories. 50s. Second place 50s, we have Tino Velasco. Tino Velasco, second place 50s. First place in the 50s category, we have Angela Castillo with a 57 convertible Bel Air. Congratulations, Angela. All right, moving up to the 60s category. 60s. Second place in the 60s category, we have a 67 Caprice owned by Chava Torres. All right, 60s category, first place, we have a 1960 Impala owned by Edward Piatto. Yeah, he's the 60 convertible on the corner, yeah. All right, moving up to the 70s. 70s category, we have from Fantasy Life, Fermin Huerta, first place. All right, 80s. 80s category, best of 80s, we have an 85 Regal owned by Kale Estrella from Exclusive. Congratulations. All right, 90s, best of the 90s. We have a 1990 Cadillac owned by Chuy Vasquez from Ventura County Car Club. All right, best lowrider, second place. We have a 1963 Impala owned by Angela Castillo. Wait, are they both your cars? They are? Damn, girl. Congratulations. All right, here we go. We got the classics, best classic. Second place in the classic category, we have a 48, a 48 Chevy owned by Frank Silvas. Yeah, he's on the corner over there, right? Yeah. That was second place, yeah. All right, first place in the classic category, we have best classic first place, and that is going to go to the Nova wagon owned by Michael Scott. First place. If you guys have not seen this Nova wagon, it is flawless. Top to bottom, front to back. It is a clean car. Congratulations. All right, moving up to the modern trucks. Modern trucks.
I looked at it. It's pretty good.
Modern truck, first, best of show. Modern truck is going to go to Jesus from Nocturnal.
I know that.
All right, next up we have the classic trucks. Classic trucks. Second place is going to go to Ken Segovia. Congratulations, brother Ken. All right, classic truck, first place.
Let's see it.
This is a 69 C10, and that's owned by Francisco Robles. That's the green C10 way on the 600 block. Congratulations, bro. All right, next up we have Best El Camino. El Camino. Best El Camino is gonna go to the 59 El Camino owned by Rick Ricardes. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. Rick, turn around, they're gonna take a picture of you right there. VC Rides right there. All right, okay, next up we have Best Classic Muscle. Classic Muscle, that's gonna go to the 69 Plymouth Roadrunner owned by Michael Noguera. Did I say that right, Michael? Noguera? Oh, Noguera, okay. And you guys haven't seen that Roadrunner, that's the orange one way up top. Go take a look at it before you leave. Next up, we have Best Modern Car. Best Modern Car is gonna go to Alberto from Nocturnal. What kind of car is it, bro? It's a Nissan Altima. Go look, it's right here on the left-hand side. All right, next we have Best Convertible of the show. And that's gonna go to a 59 convertible owned by Richard Hermosillo. Congratulations. Next up, we got Best Motorcycle. And that's gonna go to Michael Hernandez from High Class. All right, next up we have Best Bomb and Show. Best Bomb is gonna go to Kiki Navarro, Bomb Life. Okay, well, we got a little mix up here, so. We have Best Lowrider first place. We did second place and it was out of order, I'm sorry. And that is gonna go to a 63 Impala owned by Crystal Cardenas. All right, so I have the second place 50s and the best 90s. So is Rick still up here? Rick, are you still up here? Rick Ricardes, is he still up here? No? Okay, this is the 57 Bel Air that's parked next to him, I guess. All right, last but not least, excuse my voice, man, I'm tired. All right, we got the big daddy right here. We got the best of show. This is the best of show, best vehicle out here. And the best vehicle was chosen was a 48 Chevy owned by Angel Manzano. Here he comes. Congratulations, Angel. All right, so that was all the awards. So once again, we want to thank everybody for coming out.
Angel.